Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Nate, and this is my garage. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Now, we started working, and we made some really good headway on the Rat, or the BMW, in the last episode. I did have something weird happen with the car, and I just checked on it, and I just loaded back in for the first time today. And since I recorded last, am I not wrong? There's a rear view mirror right there. And there is a windshield back in this car. Strange, right? Because if you remember from last time, I pulled out the windshield and the rear view mirror. Remember, there was two rear view mirrors, there was two windshields, and there was actually two of these pieces that the trim up here. I guess you want to call it trim up there. Here's the deal. I looked. There's one trim here, one trim piece there, one window, and you have one mirror sitting right here. Okay. No, I haven't moved any of this stuff. Like I said, I just loaded back in here, which is really strange. So the other pieces that I took off, which were double pieces there, put itself back on the car. So yeah, this car is definitely buggy. So, but what we're going to do anyways, I am going to convert this to a hardtop, so this is getting cut off anyways. And we're going to try to look to see if we're going to possibly put an i6, just a regular i6 in here. But I would like to put a turbo on this. Actually, someone in the comments, Boss Brandon, asked if, put a regular i6 with a turbo. And I said, well, I don't think the regular i6 has a turbo option. I don't believe it does. So, let's actually go to the Rat. I don't believe it has a Turbski option. Could be wrong, but I don't think it does. If it does, then we'll do it. But I do have some modded parts on here, like right here. These engines here and paintable parts. So maybe I have a turbo option with that. But if not, then there is no option for turbo on an i6. It's almost looking like, well, there's a turbo downpipe. So, did I pass the Turbski? If there's a turbo downpipe for the i6, then there is definitely a Turbski. For my modded i6 parts that I have. Let's type in. Interesting. So we have a turbo downpipe and a turbo exhaust. Yeah, this is for an i6. Let's go all cars. Okay, so there we go. Turbo for the i6, but it doesn't. Now, I don't know about that. See, because this here works for the Rat, it says. But this turbo doesn't work for the Rat, which it's going to definitely work. I just got a check mark for the dang thing. There we go, see? I'm pretty sure we can do it. Then we have some Espasa stuff, but I've never worked with this stuff, so I don't know. we'll have to kind of piece this stuff together and see how it goes. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, so we'll just have to kind of learn on the fly when we get to that point. But right now, it's looking like we're going to be able to put possibly a turbo and maybe see about putting an intercooler on this thing. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with this thing. We'll just post that stuff right there for now. Look at this guy just floating on the steps. That's pretty cool. So, let's get to work on this suspension, because this is going to be quite a bit of work. Let's get our wrench. Let's make sure they're in here. Yep, they're in here. Let's move this back over here where I normally have it. That should work. Let's get to work on this rat. Actually, let's lower it back down so I can get to these. There we go. Should be able to get to these on... Yeah, I would have been able to get to them underneath, but just do them now. All right. There's a spring, or a shock, I should say. There is a spring on the shock. How shocking is that? Let's take off the tie rod. Back in my garage. Come on now. Have I ever told you guys I enjoy this game? I really do, even though it gives me a lot of troubles. I still like to keep coming back to it. It's a lot of fun. I'm surprised that brake disc came off just like that. Usually they don't want to come right off. They got to pop off on their own. Interesting. Let's grab our wrench. Where to put a wrench? Right here. Pop off the brake caliper. Brake pads and soft brake line. 3-in-1, gotta love it. Well, you don't have to, but, you know, sure makes things better if you do. I don't know if I'm missing any pieces up here or not. On the suspension, I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't done a lot with the rats and the wolves. Want to get that dang thing off of there? Is there a... I don't know. Is that all one piece? I know the steering rack's not. You gonna pop out of there, bud? You want to be that way, I'll just pull down the whole cradle here. So yeah, we got these guys here. That's why they weren't going to come off, because they bolt from the top. Those control arms. Why the heck is this guy not coming out? Well, there's bolts right here too. There we go. No, don't go back on there. We didn't need to take that apart, but, you know, we did. And it's done now. So that's the whole front suspension, I guess. I don't think all the parts are there, but we'll see here in a minute. these rats. You are a rat. No, not that. I need suspension. Okay. Hub front. So we're gonna need 2 of these. We need... Are the half axles in the front or the rear? Those are right there, so I don't know if those are for the rear or we need those for the front also. We'll keep that in mind. Hub R. We need one of these cross members. Front left, front right. Or that's rear. Rear left, rear right. Let's put these to the side. Rear left. Rear right. Upper control arm front. Do we need 2 of these? I don't know. Front left, front right. Steering rack. Upper control arm. Do these go on the front or rear? Maybe the front. We're going to figure this out as we go. We're going to figure it out as we go. And we probably still won't get it right. We're going to probably be missing something. Okay. Grab our steering rack. Think there's 2 on top, right? Yep. There we go. This guy in. Can we get it from here? Yeah, we got it. Where's our other one? Right here. Gonna have to put our spring in. Or grab our spring puller, I mean. Give me my spring puller, bud. Dang it. Just use this one. There we go. Let's put tie rod on. There we go. Not gonna let me have it, huh? Alright, well. You want to be difficult, so we gotta lower it back down. I think it was just the one, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Let's see if these go on. These are probably the rear, right? I think these go more on the rear. They look like something that goes on the rear. Upper control arm front? Nothing like this came off the back, but there are some of these. There's like 3 of these that... Where the heck did that go? Bet you that went in the trunk, didn't it? This stuff is completely annoying. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because we have these. See, there's like 2 or 3 that go on each side. Yeah, there's 1. At least, I think, at least 2 on each side. So, I don't know if that means like front have been... I don't know. We're just going to go with that. All right. Is that right, folks? Is that right? All right. So I think that's pretty much everything we took off the front. So hopefully everything was there. I couldn't tell you if it was. So I could reach it a little better. Let's pop off those brake discs. Is there anything here, or it's just right here? That was it. That's it. Fort Pitt. All right, this is a complete mess back here. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, that is an upper control arm front, huh? Just popped out of there. Upper control arm front. Yeah, exactly what that is. Where is the bolt on that? Right there. I'll have to pop that spring out of there. Kind of crazy, it's just hanging there. But it's my garage. Everything just falls out. But it's my garage, so we'll just let it go, right? I put that down there, and I should have put it up on the in the toolbox. The other toolbox over right there. Where is my wrench? Rear cross member. That just all comes out because that's the differential rear cross member and the other deal right here. Okay, so let's grab that stuff up. I hope I got this whole front together right. I mean, I know I'm missing the brake stuff, right? We'll come back and do that in a minute, but I know I'm missing that stuff. But the front is the suspension stuff. Okay, so we have 2 half axles. We're gonna need a drive shaft. What do we want to do? We want to put a 3-2 lock in this bad boy. 2 hub R's, rear crossy. We have those 2 guys there. Those rear shock absorber front, but don't we need them in the rear? Or no, they just sit on these right here. Possibly. Oh no, shock absorber rear right here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. We don't want the drift steering column, but we are going to want a steering column at some point. Okay. Here we go. Let's put our diff in. This bolts all into here. I thought it bolted kind of into there weird, but maybe not. Can't see much. Let me raise that. Is there... Is it just the one? Let me see this real quick. Yeah, it looks like just the one. All right. I think that's it. I think there was just 3 on the... Bolt the differential down, I think. I hope so. Put this in. Put our shocks in. Is that just one? Again, we're just hoping so. What the heck? Okay. Oh, it was behind there. Okay. Okay. Great. Just the one on there? Nope. Or again, I end up having all kind of loose bolts. Maybe not. that should be good for most of the suspension back here. I know it's not all in yet, but calm down. I thought there was more of these back here. There was like 2 or 3 on each side that went in. We're going to see. But maybe that's on the wolf or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wolf. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would go there. If that's all the suspension is on the rat, why was I so worried about it all the time, man? Like, I thought it was so complicated. Maybe it's the wolf that's that way. Might be the wolf that's like really overly, like, kind of complicated. Oh, we need to put in the axles. Maybe I didn't buy those. Thought I did. There's nothing over here, I don't think. Just... Okay. That's a good one, right? Yeah, that's a good one. And that's my other good one. Looks to be everything we took off that we replaced, so hopefully, hopefully she's all good. If not, well, not my problem. It's going to be the new buyers. Okay, so we need one of these guys. Rear. That's going to be a pain to get this, isn't it? I'm going to have to lower it down probably and do some magical stuff. Wasn't too bad. We'll put this over here for when we lower it. Well, you know what? Let's lower it back down. Install that, and then we will install the main brake line, so then we can just bolt the soft lines right in. That's simple. Only if everything was that simple in my garage. My garage. All right. Let's get down on the flow. I was trying to aim for this one, but it went on the other one. That's all right. That works. All right. And now we can just bolt it right on into the hard line. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Much easier, because then if you don't, you got to get right back underneath the car and mess with that again, and yeah, all that jazz. All right, let's go back up. Ah, come on. It's a pain in the absolute rear end to do it this way. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Okay. Suspension and brakes completo. I hope so. I really don't know if it's completed or not. I'm hoping so. I think the only thing that I would really be missing would be maybe some extra pieces that it uses more than one. Like here, I was talking about the upper control arms or whatever they were here, these guys, where I thought there was like 2 or 3 on the rear. And again, maybe I'm just thinking of the Wolf that does something wild like that. Maybe that's what it was. There we go. All cleaned up from the suspension parts. I would like to try to find a steering column. Oh, I just saw it for a minute. There we go. All right, so that's in. I want to put this piece in here. What was that called? The firewall plastique. The heck is this? Radiator support plastic. All right, let's try to find the both of those plastics. And then firewall. That covers that up there. And this guy here. I think that just pried out, didn't it? Yeah, pried out. All right, cool. Cool. I think we're good there. Let's actually dispose of some things as we're going here. This can be thrown out. Once we put it back on the car, or get new to put on the car, then we can throw away those old pieces. Actually, the mirror we can get rid of. This we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. Let's go get some pedals. Brake master cylinder. Yeah, let's go get some pedals. That was freaking out. All right, so we got that done. What next? Let's cut this off. As well. Let's grab our plasma cutter if it will reach this far. There we go. That should fall off by the time we turn around. And it did. So now we can just throw this buggy stuff away here. Hopefully it doesn't reappear when I load back in next time. So now we don't even have a top on our car. How cool is that? How cool is that? Let's hide the UI. And take a picture real quick. Going topless, baby. Topless. All right. Actually, we'll sleep, make some better light. Let's take that picture again. There we go. That works. Okay. What's next? We made some pretty good progress again today. Guess maybe we can put a top on her so she's not topless anymore, huh? I guess that's a good step. Or we can start putting the interior in without the top and might make it a little easier, huh? No, we don't want body. We want interior. Let's buy a digital speedo for this thing. Like I said, I'm not doing anything special with this thing. Just gonna make it an old standard of the mill. That must be the same carpet for it all, I guess. Did we get... No. So we're going to need this one. Headliner, mirror. It's all piling it up. We're going to need trim R. I don't think I took that out, did I? I think that's still in there. Maybe I did pop it out. I don't know. Find out here in a second, won't we? Yeah, I must have popped it out already. Yeah, that other one was bad, wasn't it? If I remember now. Well, yeah, it was bad, but everything on this thing was bad. This is what I want right here. There we go. That is replaced. Let's throw that in. Throw the rear seat in. We're just going to do nice black interior. Something simple. Was it a screwdriver or was it... Can't remember. Actually, we're just going to go in like this because it's too hard to... Yeah, it is a screwdriver, isn't it? There we go. It's so much easier to do it that way. And I think the front seats are bolts, right? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, come on. And there we go. Yeah, some of the screws and bolts on this car are not the easiest to get to. And then our carpet still, I don't think, will tack down without the center console. So let's try to get that hunk of junk. We're going to need that, and we're going to need this guy right here. So throw that down. I think we can actually put this in, right? Oh, that didn't work, did it? Since that fell there, we're going to have to yank the carpet. Yeah, we're just going to try to put that center console in first. We will need the screwdriver. There we go. It's got stuck there. Okay, now maybe we can try to get this in there. If it wants to cooperate. There we go. Just going to make it harder now because now we got to dive inside to get these. Yep, and our carpet stays now. All right. Is it a screwdriver? Oh, calm down. Oh, I forgot we had, yeah, we had to tack this down. That's why all those screws were sticking up. Good thing I tried them because I'm like, man, those screws look like they're up. I forgot we had to tack that down. All right. Let's put our cluster in. There we go. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, 340. It wasn't low mileage, so not worried about that. Let's throw this some bitch on. There we go. Digital speedo. Let's throw this guy on. Oh boy. We were stuck for a minute. There you go. Just hop it right in and out. Let's go to this one. And there we go. I think there was just two. You gonna let me hop out, or are you gonna be... All right. There we go. You're gonna be that way. There we go. I think that's it, except for if you want to grab a radio. Yeah, if you want to grab a radio. So there we go. There it is. We got a stereo. Didn't come up. Usually it does. The heck? You know what? I got to go to all cars. All engines. Might have to put in stereo again. So, no. Radio. Stereo. There we go. There it is. Alright, I found it. You'd think by now, much as I play this game, that I'd know how to find certain things, you know? But that's certainly not the case. Yeah, we got the, in this dash, you don't have to worry about putting in a glove box door because it's already there. I think we're good. We got all black interior all done up. I think, interior's done. I think we can throw the top on. Why is there such a gap here? Maybe that's because of the thing here. Maybe we can, by putting the top on there, maybe clear that up. I don't know. Let's see. Plastic firewall. Gas tank cover. There's the roof. Right there. You just passed it right up. No, maybe the windshield. I really don't know. Let's grab our welder. Tack that down. Have anything here? Nope. Look like it. I think that's it. move that out of the way. Yeah, I really don't know if anything goes there or not. Maybe it just looks like that. I don't know. Maybe if we put a window in there, it'll help it out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Cool. Looks good to me. Rear window. Does not fit. Okay. Well, I didn't want you to go in there anyways. Let's see. We're going to need a wiper motor, so might as well grab that real quick. Grab these two guys. Should have put the wiper motor in before I put the dash in, but I didn't think about it. These right here. Might as well grab this guy. Try to put it in. Isn't there a third one? Maybe it's just the two. Maybe it's just the two. Yeah, I should have put these in too when I didn't have the roof on. Oh, this is going to be a pain. You know what? Let me just grab these. Throw these over here. We will save these for later. And we'll put them in. Front right. Just solid. There we go. We'll set these up here. There we go. And when we get this off the rack here, we'll put them in. I'm going to have to take those door cards off, but yeah. All right, well. Let's get this mirror in. Hey, it worked that time for me. Oh, you know what? We need... it's going to be... I think this thing has a... No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a headliner, huh? Oh, yeah, it does right there. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to go in because this is here. And it won't let me freaking... I love this game so much. Thank you. Things you gotta go through to play this janky game. Oh, great. See, now, there we go. Now we got mirror problems. I think it's about time to call this episode. Bad things are starting to happen. Can't see anything. Come on. There we go. All right, interior complete. Well, except for the front windows. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty dang good, guys. I mean, we got the suspension, the brakes, the interior, and most of the windows put in. We got the top put on. I think we did pretty dang good. I mean, do say so myself. If I do say so myself. Let's get rid of some of this stuff, throw this stuff away. I'm going to leave that here so it reminds me I need the wiper arms and everything. If not, I'm going to 100% forget it probably. Oh, let's get a fuel tank put underneath. It has to go in the rear seat, so that's going to be really fun here to get in. Right. Just cleaning stuff up. Alright, so might as well grab a battery. We're going to need it. We're going to need those. Does this thing have a thing for fog lights? I don't know. We'll buy them. Make sure we have both of our mirrors on there. Thinking about a spoiler. Which one? Blinker, blinker. Gonna need that, right? What's grill version 1? Oh no, we're putting that on. Because we're gonna put some of these BMW logos in, right? You know what? Maybe I'll just put the racing fuel tank in. Because I'm putting on these logos and stuff, you know? What do we think of that? That works, huh? Because this should go in the rear here. It won't open because I had that, so now we got to tack that down, which is a bolt, looks like. Multiple bolts, I should say. There we go. This should go in here. Yeah, there we go. I might have to go for another deep dive down below. The heck was that? Well, whatever they are, they're bolted in. Okay, nope, I got it. Cool. Actually, I'll probably take that back out at some point, unless we just push the car across the street to fill her up with some juice. Take that, throw it outside. This is the grill we want. There we go. We can dispose of this one, because this is just the plain base game kind of grill. Let's grab some of this nonsense. Oh, I did have a headliner. I just forgot that I grabbed it. I put that in. Yeah, I put a headliner in. That's what I thought. Oh, losing my mind here. Oh, I bought another one. This might be another base game one, or this is the base game one, and this is an upscale one or something, or a modded one. I'm not sure. I know the one I put on, it's a modded one. Okay, let's throw this on the desk. Throw that in the bag. That on the desk. Throw that on the desk. Throw that there. And there. Let's throw all this stuff out. I think it was there. If this even goes on here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Doesn't appear to go on anywhere. I think one will go in the steering wheel. Nope, I guess not. Just go anywhere else. Alright, but there's not one on the steering wheel, huh? Well, it's kind of lame. I don't even know if one goes on the steering wheel in real life. Alright, we'll just throw that there for now. Is another one going here? No, it's just the one, huh? Well, there we go. Bulbs even go in these? Yeah, they do. Oh, maybe not. That's strange. Do these bolt in, or do they come out with the pry tool? That is Pry Tool City. I like it. Did that thing go in there? Yeah, it did. It didn't want to go in there on the floor, did it? Yeah, it's in there. Cool. Let's move to the rear. Oh no, that was for the this thing takes fog lights. Not on this bumper. Do we have another bumper here? We need tail lights. We didn't grab tail lights. What's wrong with me? Oh, those are tail light version 2. I don't know. Which ones do we like better? I don't know. They look about the same to me. I kind of like these better. So we're going to go with these. Scrap that. And then we're going to need these. You know what? We're just going to throw these in. And we're going to try to get the bulbs in them like the other ones. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They're not going to come up because they're not bolted in. You guys are getting another extra long video again today. So where does that? I think these take like 3 bulbs each or something, don't they? Something ridiculous. And when I would check out the other bumper, see if there's a bumper for the fog lights. There we go. Does it only take... Oh. Does it take 4? Because there's another spot right there, which would be right here. But okay. All right, well. Three. Yeah, because there's that there, but maybe that is just a spot. It doesn't do anything. I don't know. All right, now let's run back here real quick and see about the body and see if we have any bumpers that would require. I don't want to put a whole body kit on, so if one of these fits fog lights that you have to put a whole body kit on, it ain't happening. I really don't know. Okay, so there is a just buy some front bumpers. Those are rear, that's a front. Front bumper support. Okay, so we have like 3 different styles or something. I think that's the one that would possibly hold them. This is the one we have, I believe. That's not going to hold fog lights. So the problem with this is I think you would need a whole body kit. Bumper FM. I think you need a whole body kit for this, don't you? Maybe you don't. That matches up pretty much the same, I think. Before I do anything wild. Yep, I was right. They go in there like that. Is that with a pry tool? Yep, it's a pry tool. Let's try to yank this off of there. See what it looks like. If I remember, it's these 2 screws. It just didn't want to come off of there. Okay, so this is bumper FM. Bumper FM. So maybe I won't have to add anything besides the regular trim that's on the car, right? So FM. Rear bumper 2. So there's no rear bumper FM or RM or anything. Yeah, I guess it's just all whatever. Guess it really probably doesn't matter what rear bumper we have really on there, does it? Rear bumper, rear bumper, rear bumper, rear bumper. I think that's the one maybe we have on there. That would go with the body kit. I'm pretty sure that one goes with the body kit. Rear bumper M. I don't like these styles more, but I just don't want to have to replace, or I just don't want to put a whole body kit on this thing. How do I get this thing off of there? Is it these? Yeah. So that's just the regular rear bumper. Okay, so that thing doesn't even go on there. The rear bumper 2 doesn't even go on there. Okay, well. Rear bumper M. That goes on there. That's going to come down. And does that match with that? That's pretty close. It's really not much different, though, is it? It's on there. We're going to just tack it back on there. There we go. I kind of did want to give this car just a little bit of a different look. And I think we've done that with the spoiler, some different mirrors, put some fog lights on there, so we definitely just took it from a basic ride to a slight step up, right? All right, one last thing I want to do. Well, besides this away. I want to grab these wipers. And it already has the blades on them, so that's good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to color these. Because having them look like that just looks awful. Definitely looks better. Okay, that colored the whole thing. All right. Well, that works. Throw this away. Grab our wrench. That down on the ground. Gonna look a lot better than that gray. Come on now, pick it up. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a pretty successful video for you guys, I think. Nice long one for you guys today. Just like last time was a long one. So that good battery there. We'll have to put those on next time. Throw this away. And that battery. I think we're good. I mean, we still got a decent amount more to go, but hey, that's how she rolls sometimes. You know, these cars don't go together quickly, I'll tell you that much. There we go. Just trying to give you guys a little bit extra longer videos to watch, you know, since I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately. There you go. All right, guys. Well, I thank you guys very much for watching. We made great progress on this thing. We still got to put the engine transmission in her, trim, wheels, Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm gonna grab maybe some tint if I remember for this thing. I want to put some dark tint on this thing, but I think we spiced it up just a little bit. With the there. Maybe might even put a different hood on this thing because we have options. Hood style 1, hood V3. And is there another one? Just the regular hood. Alright guys, well these are our other two hood options. Let's throw these outside. Somewhere we can get a better look at them. And then down in the comments, you guys can let me know what hood you guys want to put on this thing. So we are going to put the i6 Turbo, or try to build an i6 Turbo for this car. So that's what we're going to go for right now in this car, is the i6 Turbo. It is going to be manual. So what hood? You want me to just leave the standard hood that's on it? Now if I do that, I don't know. That's a good question. Nope. It cuts off on there, so that's not good. Would not put the BMW logo on there because that cuts that off. But this is good to test this because this will help make the decision better. I mean, so yeah, if you want this hood, we're not going to put the BMW logo on it because you see it cuts it off. This one goes on it. So, okay. So for me, this hood is kind of... So this is going to be... This is the original hood that's on it. Just the hood that's going to be on it, right now. You guys want this hood? Just the hood that's on it? Hood number 1. That's the original hood. Hood number 1. And hood number 2. Now, hood number 2, we can get this emblem on, and it stays there. It looks good. This one does not. We put it on there, so let me know. To me, this one's kind of out of the running because I would like the BMW logo on the hood also, so I'm almost leaning towards this hood more. And this kind of changes the look of it. I kind of like this hood even a little bit more than this hood anyways. So let me know, guys, what hood you would like to see. We're going to try to go with the i6 Turbo engine in this thing. If not, we will just have to pivot a little bit and figure out something else. So, yeah, you want original hood, hood 1, hood 2. Hood 2, we can get the emblem, BMW emblem on there, which that's what I would like to use for this car. So this one doesn't go on there well. So, yeah, I'm just repeating myself at this point, so it's time to get out of here, guys. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave me a like. If you like my content, like my channel, consider subscribing to me. All your support is greatly appreciated. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later.